Hello friends, this is Raman from my chess Huddles blog. In this video, I want to show a very interesting Sicilian game that I found in the net. This was given the first. This was given the first preference in the greatest games I found in the net. Let us get into the game. White played e4 and black played e5. Sicilian. Okay, after nf3 and c6 normal moves. d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and here we have e5. Immediately challenging the knight in the center. What are you going to do with the knight? Are you going to retreat it back, or are you going to do something else? Here, generally, in a normal moves are bishop b5, bishop f5. Even nf3 and nb3 are also possible, but those are less popular compared to nb5 and nf5. Here, white played the move knight takes c6, which is not that popular. Okay, but okay. After b takes c6, even here we can see that d takes c6 is would leave black in a very bad shape, because after queen takes d8 and king takes d8, we can see that black loses rights of castling, and also after bishop c4 we can see that there is a immediate threat of the pawn, and pawn should be moved to f6, and after nc3 sorry, we can see that white has a better advantage in development. So here it is black took the choice of b takes c6. After b takes c6, bishop c4, nf6. Here more what is interesting idea was, if white played the move in nc3, then bishop b4 would lead white with much problem. So what he chose was bishop to g5. Bishop to g5. This is okay, but we can see from here we can okay. Let me get into the game first. Here black played the move bishop e7, but this is not the best move according to the position. We have two good moves in this situation, which was primarily it was h6 or even queen f5 plus. Queen f5 plus would leave white in much bad shape, because queen f5 plus would result in the here we have the pin. So if queen f5 is played, the pin was gone. The pin is gone. So knight takes e4 is possible. So queen a5 plus would definitely white should have played the move bishop d2, and bishop d2, then after bishop to b4 should be played by black, after which okay, the game is okay, but still black is okay. White didn't achieve any advantage in the opening. Okay, even h6 if h6 is played, then definitely bishop takes f6, f6 should be played, because if bishop h4, then g5, then g5 is possible, and after bishop g3, knight takes f6, and after bishop takes e5, queen e7 is possible, and which would really be trouble for white. So but okay, black played a safe move, because he has he has a very good equal position. After bishop e7, queen e2 was played, because now the pin is gone. Now the pin is gone means black can take the white's pawn. So just simply white played the move queen e2. Even here another interesting idea would be in the move knight c3 or knight d2 or even f3, but white played okay, because of the move queen e2, instead of moving the f3 pawn, he is okay. If after the move knight c3 or knight d2, he is ready to castle on any side. Even castling on the king side would be somewhat dangerous because of the open b file, but as a compensation we would have the queen on the same file as the rook. But queen c7 or queen b6 would be in really troublesome for white. Okay, queen a2, and here d5 was played. Okay, what is one of the basic chess rules is try to maintain as many center pawns as possible, because the center pawns, I mean d4 and d4 for white, and d5 and d5 for black. Even c5 and f5 for black, and f5 f4 c4 is also f4 c4 is also. Try to maintain as many pawns as possible in the center, because it would definitely give the advantage, because it would provide the most beautiful squares for your pieces, and it will definitely stops the opponent's pieces, right? So Here, instead of the normal move, even this is a really somewhat a complex position right now, because we have many possibilities. We have many possibilities of considering the exchange of the pieces and even the pawns. So so after after the move d5, it is possible to take e takes d5 and e takes d5, and definitely black would then consider the move c takes d5, and he would have the two center pawns, and white would have no center pawns. Black, the exchange of pawns results in the having having two center pawns for black and no center pawn for white. So simply here, white exchange the white exchange the knight with the bishop, and after bishop takes f6, we can see that now simple retreat can be done for white with the bishop. Now we can see that after the move d takes e4, queen takes d4 would result in a very bad situation for black, because he would have one two three pawn islands, and whereas white would have only two pawn islands. So it is not advisable to exchange. So here black simply castle, and white also followed. Let us go back at the point where I said it was a somewhat a complex position. Okay, here we can see that a simple retreat of bishop b3 would be definitely bad, because knight takes e4 is possible, and then after bishop takes e7, queen takes e7, white simply lost a pawn without any compensation. So here first he exchanged the knight. Here another what is another possibility from black's side would be simply to take the bishop with the pawn, because g takes f6 would result in as many as center pawns for pawn majority is in the center for black. But then black would be definitely in trouble, because he has no uh, his king has no safety. So black simply captured with the bishop. Okay, bishop b3, castling. Okay, here black uh, black played the move a5. Even we can assess the a5 move in two ways. After the move a4, bishop is trapped, but even bishop to a6, then we would have lost the exchange for white. So a5 is one of the good moves right now in the position. So white played the move e takes d5. After c takes the after okay, if black instead played the move bishop a6, then we could have then white could have simply played the move bishop c4, and after bishop takes c4, queen takes c4, and c takes d4. Okay, not a bad position for white or even black. Okay, just slight edge for black at that situation. So here black, instead of playing the move bishop a6 or a4, he simply exchanged the pawn. Now it is really trouble for black, because for white, because we can see that his bishop is going to be trapped, or with the move a4 or with the move bishop to a6, white is going to lose the exchange. So here white found a good move, rook d1. As I told you, this is rated as a in the starting of the video. This is one of the greatest games I have rated as one in the net. I found it. So we can see that both the opponents are fighting for the advantage. They are fighting rigorously. They are fighting as the two bulls. They are fighting to win a match in any cause. They are doing everything possible. See the way they are facing each other. Okay, here. Okay, black played the move d4. Instead of the d4, we can see that bishop b7 is also possible, but that would be the disastrous move, because queen to b5 is also possible, attacking both the bishop and the pawn. Okay, after bishop to b7, queen b5 and f4 wouldn't do nothing. So I think I think black would be definitely in trouble. So he played the move d4. Okay, here white played the move c4. A normal move for would be c3, attacking the pawn, but that would be a mistake. That wouldn't be a mistake, but that would be a troublesome, because all the white pieces are not developed. Still, the rook on a1 and knight on b1 are not developed, but instead the bishop to b7 and queen to b6 would leave the rooks connected for the black side, and then rook to a or f from rook from a or f would for to d8 would be a would have a very good passer, would have a very good passed pawn. So c3 is not advisable here to play, so simply c4 is played. Okay, c4. Even we can see that there is not impassioned is not possible here, because after d takes c3, rook takes d8 is possible. So queen is lost, so there is no impassioned chance after queen b6. Even I feel that queen b6 is not a very good move in this position. Queen c7 should be probably considered, because queen c7 should be probably considered, and then bishop to e6 and rook from a or to f to c8, and then we have to and the pressure should be exerted on the c4 pawn. Definitely this would work according to me. There are more chances than the queen c7 would be a better move than the move queen b6 played in the game. Bishop c2. This is not a game of cheap tricks, right? For example, consider after the move bishop c2, after the move queen takes b2, queen takes b2 is not possible, because bishop takes h1 is plus, bishop takes h1 check, and after king takes h1, queen takes b2. Right? This is not a game. This is not a game of cheap tricks. Bishop c2, and after here bishop b7. Even at this point we can't gain the pawn, because after queen takes b2, rook from a to b1, and after no matter what he plays, he is going to lose the bishop on b7. So I said already, this is not a game of cheap tricks, right? So bishop to b7, and he played rook a e8. Even rook a e8 is not a very good move, because this is the generally whenever you have to make a choice between the moving the rooks, generally it is preferable to move the rook on the f because on the f file, because it would give you more choice. It would give you more chances of moving the other rook. Because if for example, consider this move, rook from a to e8 is played, then the rook on f is blocked. So if you want to move the rook on f, we have to move the rook on e, and then we have to move the rook on f. Instead, if we can directly move the rook on f, rook on a would have move 1 2 3 possible squares, and even rook on the e would also have 1 2 3 4 possible moves. So completely there are 7 possible moves, but whereas now he has only 1 2 3 4 only 4 possible moves. Okay, it is advisable to move the f rook, not compulsory, advisable. Okay, rook a e8, after which knight a e4 is played. Okay, even here queen takes b2 is not possible, because knight takes f6, after knight takes f6 check, g takes f6, and after bishop takes h7 check, again king takes h7, and after queen takes b2, again the queen is lost and with a bad position. So after knight d4, bishop d8 is played. After c5, now we can see that knight has got a very beautiful square on d6, right? Knight can jump to c6. After queen c6, we can see that the bishop and the queen battery is focused on the g2 squares, which could directly lead to checkmate. So white played f3, and after bishop to e7. Even we can see that directly instead of playing the move bishop to d8, we can see that bishop to e7 can be directly played, which is a waste of a move. Rook to a c1. Here black played the aggressive move f5, okay, we can assess f5 as in two ways. He wanted to launch a king side attack, or he wanted to move the defender. Excuse. He want to move the knight on e4, which is very good, which is very goodly placed. So sorry, f3, f5, sorry, f5. Okay, he wanted to move the knight on e4, which is very good place. But this as it's New Zealand is because now the diagonal from a2 to g8 is very weak. So black here white played a very good move of queen c4 plus, and after king h8, now we can see that bishop a4 is possible because of the move f5, because white gained the move queen c4 with a tempo, with a check, so a tempo is gained. So after now, although white is an exchange up by the next move, black didn't lose the hope. He fought till the end. Queen h6. I told you already. The black shift with the move f5. Black is ready to shift the focus. Is ready to shift the attack under the flank of the king side. After bishop takes e8. Instead of the move rook takes e8, he has the two choices, right? Now f takes e4 is possible, and also rook takes e8 is also possible. So f takes e4 is played, which leaves the bishop still attacked. So here instead of the retreat of the black white decided to counterattack with the move c6, because he wanted to close this diagonal. He wanted to close the a8 to h1 h1 diagonal from the black bishop. It is not possible to take the it is not possible to, okay, no need of now. Okay, here black still played a very good move of he takes f3. See, black is trying to do as everything as possible to stay in the game. He takes f3. We can see that still the black bishop is attacked, and also white bishop is also attacked. So he simply took the he takes f3. Here it is not advisable to take g takes f3, because there would be more chances, more probable, the probability would be more for drawing, because after rook takes even rook takes f3 is also possible, or directly queen to g5 check, and queen to e3 check would be possible, and then resulting in most probably would be result in a draw. So white played with very careful and played the move rook c2. Still white is not in a hurry to capture the bishop, and black is not in a hurry to capture the bishop. Rook c2, after which queen e3 plus king h1. King f1 and king h1, there would be no difference, but even king h1 is somewhat a safer move in this position, because king f1 would leave in a discord attack by the move e takes g2, f takes g2 plus. Okay, after bishop c8, now it is a time to protect the bishop, because the bishop would definitely help him in the attack of the king, because after the bishop now can be helpful in the c8 to c8 h3 diagonal. After bishop c8, white play the move bishop to d7, after which f2 is played. Now we can see that the idea is very clear. Queen to e3 check, queen to e3, queen to e1, queen e3 to e1 check, and if white plays the move rook takes e1, and then f takes e1 queen, promoting to queen and check, and after queen to f1, it is a checkmate in the one move. So f2, after which rook to f1 is played. Even we can see that now if black played for example a no move like say a4 or something else, then white can simply play the move queen to e2, and would be queen to e2 would be very much trouble, would be in very much trouble for for black. So he simply played the move d3 and closed the diagonal. After which rook c3 was played, and at this point black played the move bishop takes d7 and c takes d7. Even there can be one okay, c takes d1. After which e4 is played. We can say that directly e4 could be played, but I don't know why e4. After which queen c8. Even it is possible to play the move rook to d8, rook to d8, after which queen takes d8 and bishop takes c8, and then rook to c again rook to c8, after which black should have probably played the move queen to g5. Okay, that all would be really definitely a trouble. So simply black played the move bishop d8 and close the move. After which queen c4 is played, queen e1 is played, queen c4. We can see that white has no very good no good moves here. So he simply played the move queen c4, queen e1, after which rook c1 and then d2. Now we can see that it is not possible to take the to capture the queen. White made his last attempt of the move queen e5, and black simply retreated his rook. He simply swung his rook over to g8, after which rook d1, simply the move e3, and the final, after no matter which rook can be captured, but here white resigned. Okay, let us revise once again the game. Okay, here white made a choice of capturing. Here queen a5 or queen a5 plus or h6 would be a better move than the move bishop e7. This is one of the complex position that came up in the game. This is a multi-purpose move. Not a very good move of advancing the pawn at this very early stage of development. Okay, this led to a very good game. This move led to a very good game. Basically, we can't say where white made a very good way. White made a very much of blunder. Okay. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something from this video. Bye for now.